So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So it actually happened. We did get the update news for 13.0 today. So let's go into the notices. We start by the important tab, where it reveals the maintenance. We'll be starting the Monday after the Kisuna. It actually goes on for a long time. It actually ends in the middle of the night for me. So we'll see what I do about that. I like to be up from the start, but that might not be realistic. So yeah, I gotta wait to figure that out. Anyway, the details for the 13.0 update is that we get a new mode called the Pirate King Adventures. We get a new gameplay feature called Rush Sugo Specials. Additions of level 11 and level 12 for certain ships. So ships are getting buffs, and it's not just new levels, it's more to it than that. We get a rework of Shipyard UI, not a big deal, but it's something, and some other minor stuff. And actually, if you go down here and go to the 12.2 update, you can actually already see the new update information. So let's take a look. 13.0 version update. Pirate King Adventures team up with the Straw Hat Pirates and other allies to defeat scaling bosses. And already they mention other allies, so it's basically the question of, do they mean that this is going to be like an alliance event? Or is it more going to be a thematic thing? We don't really know yet. We actually know frustratingly little about this mode from this news. I like to know so much more. But as you can see here, we're going to be facing powerful bosses to raise the defeat level. And what the defeat level is, we don't really know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But we're going to be getting great rewards based on the defeat level. One of the big rewards for this mode is going to be the Super Cola, which will be used to getting ships to level 11 and level 12. We'll get to that later. There's also Bounty. There's also Meat. Meat is going to be functioning with this mode. And there's also going to be green tickets. That's going to be unique to this mode. If I had to guess, we'll be able to use these green tickets to buy units from the past, in particular old free-to-play units. This is basically what Yoshi hinted at in the letter from November last year. Not confirmed though, that's just my personal guess. And this mode is going to use a map that is in a hex format that you can progress. This progression will require its unique stamina. We don't know any details about the stamina. Like, is the stamina just that you can move one space per day? Or is it like each step costs a certain amount of stamina? We don't know. It does say though that we can use meat every day to refill the stamina, but we can't just spam meat. There's a daily cap, which is good, I guess. Makes it a bit more even for the player base. And we see that the goal is to get to the end of the map. So we don't really know how big the map is. We don't know like how this game mode even works. Like, is it seasons? Does it start like after Kisuna and last until the next Kisuna or something like that? And like, is there a rush to beat it, or can you go through by just using your normal stamina every day? We just don't know. Some other tidbits we learned from the extra info at the bottom here is that this mode will not be a ranking mode, which I think is great. We don't need more of that in OPTC. As a personal observation, it doesn't look like this mode will be focused around new legends. Like, I guess this could potentially replace the point events. Not for certain though, because this mode doesn't say it will give rainbow gems, so maybe they will keep it as well. To be honest, I think that would be fine. We need more content, not less. Especially after the Kisuna period, which is usually pretty dead. So getting both like Grand Party, we get the point event, we get this mode refreshed every month. I think that will be great, but as said, that's not confirmed yet, that's just personal speculation. But I really hope that this does go on a monthly schedule or such, because otherwise I don't really see how it works. Like, do we just finish it and then there's nothing for like forever? Like, we just don't have enough details yet. I think there were more about this mode that I forgot right now. We can double check at the end. Now remember, one cool thing with this mode, or I guess something is cool, something is not. I prefer it weren't, but it does say that Pirate Rumble matches will be part of this mode. I'd guess that bosses can be either normal content or sometimes they can be PvP. And obviously I think that if it's hard enough in PvP, then it will be a bigger struggle for more people, while PvE does have a lot more good stuff you can potentially use. But it would be interesting to see the progression, like if it would be like a tower mode or such that many people have requested. And it will be interesting to see like how difficult will the end bosses be. And it will also be interesting to see if the difficulty goes up for every season, if we assume there will be seasons. There's also going to be something called favorites and events. I guess this is basically events that can trigger on the hexagon grid thing, so you can collect stuff and then give it to Straw Hats. Like on the picture here, it looks like there's some potentially boosts and such for Sorrow, so you can pick it up on the way and then give it to Sorrow, and it does something. Like personally, this looks like you get like exclusive maybe titles. That's my best guess so far. We have to see if this does anything in game. If it does, we don't get a hint to it here at least. But yeah, that's everything about the new mode. I'm excited to try it out. I think limiting how much you can play it every day is a good thing. They just need to get the balance right, so you don't have to play a lot every day. And if you miss a few days, it's fine. If they do that, I think this will be a great addition to the game. Let's move on. We have Rush Sugo Special here. And the main thing that we can take from this, well, we can read it first. So, meet certain requirements during the quest to activate it. This will probably be the new Final Tap Super Tandem-esque potential ability. By spending HP, you can deal more attacks. That's a very interesting wording, because it does indeed sound like the big unique mechanic of Rush Sugo Special is that we can break out of the 6 tap limit, where you can tap only once with every unit, and we're going to be able to get 3 additional taps up to 9 taps. And this obviously have huge ramifications, especially in modes where damage might be tight, or you want to do as much damage as possible, because adding 3 more hits means both more damage, and it also means building your chain higher, and building a high chain is a big focus right now in terms of high damage content, such as Super Boss Kizuna. The negative is that you need to spend the HP, and I'm just curious how this exactly will be activated, because it says Rush Sugo Special, but we're imagining that it will be a potential ability too. So, and then how we activate it, like do you need to tap with unit who has the Rush Sugo Special? Do you need to use it on the same stage? Stuff like that. It's just interesting to think about, but I think we just need to get more information. But no doubt this is going to be very powerful, and it will probably have some great synergy with the other mechanics we already have, like Final Tap and Super Tandem. Finally, we have the big ship update. We had a good idea this will be coming since we got a lot of changes to ships and cola already prior to this update. But yeah, basically we're going to be able to get to level 11 and level 12. And it does say that the new Super Cola item that we get from Roger's Great... It's not Roger's Great, it's Pirate... Need to double check the name. It's Pirate King Adventures, that's right. We get Super Cola from playing that, and then we can use it to upgrade old ships to level 11 and level 12. So that's not everything though. Like when I first read this, I was feeling disappointed. It was like, oh, they just added level 11 and level 12. That's not very exciting, but it's a bit more in-depth than that. Once you get a ship to level 12, that's when the fun really starts. It does say coming soon though, which is a bit weird. It implies that ship modification won't be here with the update, but later. So the question is, how much later? I don't know. I guess we need to spend some time to get Super Cola anyway, so I guess it's not the biggest rush. But the cool thing with modification is that you don't have to use Super Cola for it. You can use Super Cola and berries. But it feels weird using Super Cola when you want to use it to get to level 11 and 12. And it is probably a lot rarer when you can just use Cola instead. But basically it looks like the ships can get different grades at level 12. As you see here, we have 2-star grades for HP attack and recovery. And the grades can apparently go up to level 5, and it adds more HP attack and recovery as you go on. So you see here, at 5-star rank, we can get up towards 150 extra attack. I'm a bit worried by seeing the ranges, like, are the ranges RNG? Or is it that you can keep trying until you get the top of the range? We just don't know yet. But this is probably talking about extra attack added to every unit. So at level 5 for some ships, you can basically add 150 attack to every unit on the team, which is really good. Same for HP and recovery. Not only that, once you get to level 4 for all of the main stats, the ships are going to get a special effect activated. So in this picture it says -1 CD, which is pretty cool. But I'd hope it's also can be that some ships get a special added. A lot of ships don't have a special yet. So yeah, but it does look like something that will take time to max out, which is not a bad thing. Also gives more value to the new mode. And here we can keep modifying the same ship. And it does look here that it's not guaranteed what you get when you modify. But if you keep modifying, you are guaranteed to get good results. It's worth noting that going to level 11 and level 12 is indeed guaranteed. But it looks like the modification process is not guaranteed. So you might end up spending a lot of cola to do it. They also said that you can update multiple ships at once. Pretty decent quality of life feature when we're doing ship rehauls anyway. And yeah, I mentioned most of the things in this already. So we don't have to go through that. But overall, very satisfied. This basically added everything we expected, and the new mode looks interesting. We just need more info, we need to try it out. For me personally, what will be important is, are the bosses fun, interesting? Sure, it's good that it gets good rewards, it will always be worth playing, but for it to actually be fun for me, it needs to be some form of potential challenge, not be completely brain dead to beat. So yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.